What's up, Summon Nerds? It is finally time to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, and that is the third annual-ish, except for not really because of COVID, and also I think we just didn't do it one time, MCoC Seattle Spring Fling Meetup, which will be taking place, as you can see, on Saturday, April 27th at 6 p.m. at GameWorks in downtown Seattle, Washington. The idea behind this is, well, A, it's just really fun to have meetups and meet up with your fellow summoners and everything and talk about this game that we all love or hate to love or love to hate or whatever we do, and hang out and just have a good time. I got this idea because, well, we've done two of these before. Brian Grant of the totally real website contestchampion.com put two of these on before at GameWorks, as a matter of fact. So this was some footage from the very first Seattle meetup that we did, hosted by this bald gentleman over there. I am directly in the middle, looking cheesy as ever, with, I think, a little less white in my beard, that's for darn sure. But in Brian's words,
the first ever Seattle-based community meetup was a blast.
Yeah, so we had a good turnout for that meetup, and then the next year we had another meetup, and
this past weekend was the second ever Seattle-based Marvel Contest of Champions community meetup.
Blah blah. He opened some crystals. Here was the group hanging out there. I'm hiding back there again. Behind the TV. So we had actually a much better space and a larger space for us all to hang out that one. And then we strangely got fewer people. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Whoever comes, we're going to have a great time either way. Yeah, I just wanted to show kind of what it looked like for that those first two meetups, just for some MCoC community history here for Seattle and everything. So I talked to their events coordinator to see what time we could work out to maybe do a meetup this year. And we settled on Saturday, April 27th. I really just had such a great time last fall at Kabam's meetup in Vancouver, BC, that I wanted to do that for people who couldn't make it to that, because after I went to their Battle Realm Brawl event, I heard from numerous people on my channel and just around the community who said that they felt really bad that they missed out on it and they really wish they could have gone and weren't able to make it. So maybe there'll be some people here in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle area, Vancouver, BC again, Portland, wherever you want to come from, everyone is invited, who can come and do this meetup. So as you can see, we're going to have all of these lovely people there. I don't know about Brian, in all honesty. That's hence the 1,000,000,000%, joke, because he lives some kind of secret life, so I cannot actually guarantee that he's going to be there. Hopefully that's understood. I don't want anyone to feel bad if they miss out on him being there, or him to feel bad on letting anyone down by not showing up. Anyways, that's beside the point. Everyone else you see in the picture will be there. Royal, Akbar, myself, Panda Man Peters, and Wolf will all be there on that Saturday. And just looking to meet up with people and have a good time. Have a few drinks. I know I'll have a few drinks. So there are a couple of important things to keep in mind for this. Two really important things, I should say. First most important thing about this is it is unofficial. This is not being put on by Kabam. This is just being put on by me with these lovely people who've already agreed to show up and have a good time. So, not official from Kabam. That said, I'm really hoping that maybe Mike or some devs, some people from the community might be able to come down, because in relative terms, Vancouver, BC is not very far from Seattle, Washington. So hopefully somebody can come down on the train or bus or drive or however they want to do it. Just hang out in Seattle for the weekend. It's a good thing to do. Just get away for the weekend. And Seattle's very nice in the springtime. That goes for everyone else. If you're a little ways farther away than just Seattle proper and so forth, Tacoma, whatever, come and hang out for the weekend. Have a good time. Stay at a hotel, Just take advantage of hopefully lovely spring weather and everything that the city has to offer. So the second most important thing about this is that I do think it's very likely, according to my inside sources, that Kabam will put on a Battle Realm Brawl again. When I say inside sources, that's basically, last time I was having drinks with Kabam Mike, he said, I really want to do that again if we can. So it's not official there either. But it's my understanding that if they're able to do the Battle Realm Brawl event again, that they will do that. And what Mike said was they want to do that again in Vancouver and then possibly take it on the road. This is, again, not official. This is just, we were just talking about what he wants to do. I have no idea if that's going to be possible. That sounds like a really good idea. Anyways, I digress. The point being, if they do the Battle Realm Brawl event again in Vancouver, BC, and you can only afford to go to either that or this meetup that I'm hosting in Seattle, go to Vancouver. It's going to be more fun. It's going to be more people from the community, people fly in from across the world. The actual Battle Realm Brawl event itself is absolutely way more fun than I expected it to be. The production they put on when you're there live and in person, and how just exciting the gaming event just happens to be, it just blew my mind. I was so thrilled I got to do that, and I wish that everyone could get to do that. So if you are going to do that, and maybe your budget like mine is a little bit lower for travel and that kind of thing these days, save your money, go to Vancouver. I would not want you to miss out on that because you came to Seattle instead. All right, now that I got those two disclaimers out of the way, come to the meetup. If you are a content creator or in the MCoC community, or you just have an alliance, maybe you know some of your alliance mates are in the area or something like that, please do share this video with them. Spread the word. We want as many people to be there as can possibly be there, because the more people, the more fun. About the place, GameWorks is a large place with tons and tons of video games. They have a full bar and restaurant, so there'll be food you can have there and drinks and everything. I'm not going to drive. I'm going to take the light rail system, which I'll get to in just a minute. But yeah, we another main thing that's very important to note is that the Zoe dog will be there because she is a celebrity. From 6 to 6:30, I'll have her with me when I come down. Outside of the place, it is not a dog-friendly place. It is way too overstimulating. I don't even think they allow dogs. Don't bring your dog, okay? Zoe's just gonna be there because she's obviously a celebrity on my channel. She'll be there for like 30 minutes. So if you wanna come down, give Zoe some treats, give her some pets, take a picture with her, taunt Pixie, just totally do that and we'll have a good time. Then she'll take off because I'm sure that'll be way too overstimulating. She's really friendly with people, so, a little bit of that will be good, but too much, we don't need to be the whole time. And the rest of the time, we'll be able to drink. Speaking of drinking, depending on how many people are able to show up and whom choose to have an adult beverage and so forth, I would like to do a little mini Battlegrounds tournament. I was not sure that Battlegrounds would be on when we were having the meetup, just because you never know exactly how the schedule lines up when I was planning this months out. But it is going to be going on for season 17, and we should be able to do an in-person drinking Battlegrounds tournament if we have enough people. Even if we have like 8 people, that would be fine. So that's something good to look forward to. As far as everything else goes, though, I think we just show up and we talk and we hang out and we have fun. These meetups are way more fun than I ever expected them to be when I first started doing them, and I really would love to be able to give back to the community and have people show up and have a good time for this one. On top of that, we are going to have a little bit of a get together on the Friday night before and go to the Mariners game. At least Panda Man Pete and I are going to go. If nobody else wants to go, it's no big deal. But to that end, and to organizing the meetup a little better anyways, I did make a Discord server, and that is going to be the link that is down in the description. We'll put a link to Discord in there, and if you have any interest in coming to the meetup, go ahead and pop in there and say, hey, I'm going to be able to make it. That way I can kind of give them a little bit of an estimate of how many people we're going to have. But more importantly, if you want to go to the Mariners game on Friday, pop in there and say so, tag me, whatever, and then I think we'll run up until like a couple days before the actual Mariners game happens. So let's say you have up until Wednesday, the 24th, in order to get money to me, and then we can just do that via like PayPal or Venmo or whatever. We will buy the absolute cheapest tickets, and then we'll go to the Mariners game and have a good time. Now, that's not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone loves baseball, and that's totally fine. But you don't even have to love baseball. You can just love going out on a beautiful spring evening, hopefully weather dependent, in Seattle, Washington, and hanging out in a crowd and having a good time. Lots of people are introverts, don't want to do that, and maybe the meetup itself will be enough for you. Totally fine. You don't need to go to the Mariners game if you're coming to the meetup. You don't even need to go to the meetup if you want to come to the Mariners game. Either way, we'll just be happy to have you and hang out and have some fun. So it looks like that night we'll be playing the Diamondbacks. It is a game that starts at 6:40, but we'll be wanting to meet up probably a little sooner than that. You can go over my standard routine. I stop off at like 2 different bars and load up on slightly cheaper shots before going into the game because, well, it's really expensive in there. But as you can see, tickets themselves are not super expensive depending on your budget and your, whatever you think of as being super expensive. But $15 for a ticket, couple dollars for taxes. So even at this rate, $17, about as cheap as we could get them. If we got somehow 20 people who wanted to go together to the Mariners game, I think we'd get a slightly bigger discount on them than that. And I am perfectly happy to organize all that. I can email you your ticket. So all you gotta do is send me the money by Wednesday the 24th. and then I can email your ticket. You can meet us at the game, or we can meet up at a place beforehand. Typically I go to Merchants Cafe. There's also like a tacos and tequila place I go to, but either way, that'll be a fun thing to do. There's almost nothing I love more than going to a Mariners game in the middle of summer. This will be spring. It'll be slightly chillier, so please do dress appropriately if you want to go. But yeah, maybe they'll suck even worse and I can get some even cheaper resale tickets. Who knows? It'll be a fun time either way for sure. If you guys are coming from out of town, I do suggest you probably get a hotel in downtown if you can afford it, but they can be kind of spendy. So what you can also do is get one a little north or a little south, like from the airport up to the neighborhood of Northgate, anywhere along that line. If you're north and south, you can jump on the light rail system, which we have, which is basically a subway system in Seattle, and you'll get to the meetup. There's a station very close to GameWorks in Seattle. I'm going to be taking that home on that evening, and that'll totally be a great way of getting around to the Mariners game as well, if you end up going to that as well. And maybe that can reduce your costs a little bit if you stay a little bit farther away. Definitely don't drink and drive. There is, however, if you're not planning on drinking or having like one or something, there is actually a parking garage at GameWorks, just so you know, so you can park there. I don't know what the cost is, haven't looked into that lately, but there is a parking lot there. I suggest, though, overall that you take advantage of the light rail system, stay in one of Seattle's many neighborhoods that lie along the Seattle light rail. If you want any recommendations on any hotels or neighborhoods or any of that kind of stuff, hit me up in the Discord and I'll be happy to provide you with that information. So yeah, I think that covers most of what I want to cover. I'm going to post this all over Twitter, all over Reddit. I'm going to send it to the CCP community. I'm going to hopefully have everyone I can retweet this or talk about it on your streams. Anything you can do to help out. I've been talking about it on my channel for a couple months now, but the more people who can spread it around, the more people we can get there, the more fun we can have. I really hope that you'll be able to come out to this meetup if you're in the area. If not, don't worry about it. We'll catch you the next time. I plan on hopefully doing this at least like once a year. And like I said, kabam, I expect, fingers crossed, you know what happens when you assume, but I expect and assume that they're going to be doing another Battle Realm Brawl event. So maybe I'll see you guys there instead. This is your chance to meet Zoe though, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this video, guys. Definitely just share the heck out of this. Let me know in the comments down below, or especially in the Discord server, if you're going to be able to make it. And I will hopefully see you at the end of April. Catch you later, guys.